Raising chickens information. Behavior modification. Training a chicken to act in a certain desirable ways or to do tricks requiring a consistent methodical approach and lots of patience. To modify a chicken's behavior, first determine exactly what you want the chicken to do. Then develop a series of training sessions that gradually lead to your goal. Start with a simple step the bird can easily handle, and in subsequent sessions, gradually escalate toward the goal behavior. Keep training periods short, 10 to 15 minutes, and consistent, and remain calm. No books or DVDs specifically address training a chicken, but the general principles, known as operant conditioning, are the same as those used to train other animals. Do a keyword search for training chickens on the internet, and you will find lots of information and some amusing video clips. Belgian bearded D'Anvers, a breed of true bantam named after the Belgian municipality of Antwerp, which in French is called Anvers, where the breed was developed. The D'Anvers has a rose comb, small or no wattles, a full beard, and muffs that cover the earlobes. It comes in several color varieties. The hens lay small eggs with white shells and tend to go broody. Also called Antwerp Belgian, bearded D'Anvers. Belgian bearded D'Ocle, a breed of true bantam named after the Belgian town of Uccle, where the breed was developed, supposedly by combining Belgian bearded D'Anvers and booted bantams to attain a breed that has both a beard and boots. The D'Ocle has a single comb, small or no wattles, a full beard and muffs, and fully feathered legs with vulture hocks. It comes in several color varieties. The hens lay a small white shell egg and readily brood. Here is a picture of a Belgian bearded D'Anvers rooster. It's white, it's really fluffy and kind of fat with a white tail, white on white. Here's the Belgian bearded D'Anvers hen, light brown, shorter feathers, not really like a comb on the head. And then here's the Belgian bearded D'Ocle rooster. Oh wow, look at the feet. I guess that's what they're calling boots. So the feathers grow over the feet. Light brown, white sparkles, black sparkles, has a beard, black tail. $29. Best of breed, BB, BOB. A show award given to the best specimen among the first place winners in all the classes in a single breed, which would include cock, hen, cockerel, and pullet classes for each variety in that breed. Biddy. A hen, generally one that is overly fussy. bilateral gynandromorph, a rare, naturally occurring chicken having both male and female characteristics and organs, such that one half of the chicken's body looks like a cock and the other side looks like a hen, also called chicken rooster, half-sider. Bilateral tufted, having ear tufts on both sides of the head as opposed to one side only, as occasionally occurs in araucanas. Billing out. Even though chickens have a beak to scoop feed, even though chickens have a beak, not a bill, the practice of using the beak to scoop feed out of a feeder onto the ground is often called billing out. See also beaking out. Biosecurity, disease prevention management. Biosecurity technically refers to collection precautions taken to protect a flock from infectious diseases, but is commonly used as a catch-all word that includes all measures taken to protect chickens from harm of any sort. Bird flu, see box on page 31. Black Rock, trade name for black sex link hybrid chickens. Black sex link, the offspring of a non-paired cock with a paired hen, typically a red-based cock such as a New Hampshire or Rhode Island red. A barred Plymouth Rock hen. At hatch, all the chicks are black, but only a cockerel has a white spot on its head. The cockerel's feather out to be bared with like the dam, while the pullets remain solid black. Both genders mature with some red feathers. Trade names include Black Star, Black Rock, and Red Rock, sometimes called Rock Red. Black Star, trade name for black sex link hybrids. Where the hell was that? Black Sumatra. See Sumatra. Blade, the back section behind the last point of a cock's single comb. See page 66 for illustration. Blastoderm, the beginning of embryo development, arising from blastodisc that has been fertilized, at which time the cells organize into a set of clearly visible concentric rings. Blastodisc/blastodisc. One was spelled with a C, the other one was with a K. A pale, irregularly shaped spot of cells on the surface of an egg yolk that, if fertilized with sperm, becomes a blastoderm, also called germinal disc/disc. One is with the C, one is with the K. Bleaching, the fading of color from the beak, shanks, and vent of a laying hen with yellow skin. The skin of a yellow skin pullet contains a considerable amount of pigment obtained from green feeds and yellow corn. Over time, she uses this pigment to color the yolks of her eggs. As time goes by and the Here is a picture of a bilateral gynandromorph. So it's like half and half. Kind of like the Two-Face. Here is a blastoderm. So you have the yolk and you have a little white spot. And then this is a blastodisc. It's more oval, it looks like. Like the blastoderm is like perfectly round and the blastodisc is like an oval, like a bean shape. $30. Hen's old yellow tissue is replaced with a new pale tissue. Her skin, beak, and legs gradually become paler. After 6 months of intensive laying, the tissues of a high-producing yellow-skinned hen will be nearly white. Bleaching sequence. The order in which pigment fades from the body parts of a layer based on how rapidly the tissue of each part is renewed. The more rapidly the tissue is replaced, the more quickly it turns pale. When a hen stops laying, color returns in the same order, approximately twice as fast as it disappeared. You can therefore estimate how long a yellow-skinned hen has been laying, or how long ago she stopped laying, by the color of her beak, legs, and vent. The first color loss is in the skin around the vent, which is renewed quite rapidly. Just a few days after a pullet starts to lay, her vent changes from yellow to pinkish, whitish, or bluish. Next to bleach is the eye ring. Within 3 weeks, the earlobes of Mediterranean breeds bleach out. Hens with red lobes do not lose ear color. The beak's color fades from the corner outward toward the tip, with the lower beak fading more quickly than the upper beak. In breeds that typically have darker upper beaks, such as Rhode Island Red and New Hampshire, only the lower beak is a good indicator. The best indicators of long-term production are the shanks, since they bleach last. Color loss starts at the bottoms of the feet, moves to the front of the shanks, and gradually works upward to the hocks. Bleaching sequence. Pigment returns in reverse order. Body part. Number 1, vent. Eggs laid 0 to 10. And it takes 1 to 2 average times in weeks. Number 2, eye ring is the body part. Eggs laid 8 to 12. Average time in weeks is 2 to 2.5 weeks. Number 3, the earlobe. 10 to 15 eggs laid, and that's going to be 2.5 to 3 weeks. Number 4, beak. 25 to 35 eggs laid. Average time in weeks, 5 to 8. Number 5, bottom of feet. 50 to 60 eggs laid. Average time in weeks, 8. Number 6, front of shank is the body part. 90 to 100 eggs laid. Average time in weeks, 10. Number 7, the hock. Eggs laid 120 to 140, and average time in weeks, 16 to 24. From Story's Guide to Raising Chickens, 3rd edition. Individual bleaching time depends on a hen's size, her state of health, her rate of production, and the amount of pigment in her rations. Bird flu. The contagious viral infection bird flu has been around for many centuries. Over time, numerous strains of the virus have evolved that are categorized as being of either low pathogenicity, low path, or high pathogenicity, high path. Low path strains generally cause minor or no signs in chickens and pose little health threats to humans. High path strains spread more rapidly, are more likely to be fatal to chickens, and have the potential to affect humans. High path bird flu has been detected in chickens and eradicated in the United States 3 times: in 1924, in 1983, and in 2004. No humans are known to have become ill in connection with these outbreaks. A high path virus is defined as one that kills 6 out of 10 chickens inoculated in a laboratory. The strain most often discussed in the news is H5N1. Kills 10 out of 10 inoculated chicks. The letter H and N refer to the 2 groups of proteins, the hemagglutinin or H proteins and neuraminidase or N proteins. The 16 H proteins are identified as H1 through H16, and the 9 N proteins are N1 through N9. The 2 groups combine to form 144 different strains of the bird flu virus, each of which is identified by the 2 proteins they display. The H5N1 strain has the 5th hemagglutinin and the 1st neuraminidase. H5N1 does not normally affect humans, although since 1997, when it first appeared, sporadic human cases of a serious respiratory infection have occurred during bird flu outbreaks. People who became infected had extensive direct contact with sick birds. Many people who do not get sick after contact with infected chicks developed antibodies to the virus. A vaccine has been created to protect chickens against the known high path strains for use in the event of an outbreak to create a buffer zone around diseased flocks and prevent spreading of the flu while infected chickens are being destroyed. But like human flu viruses, bird flu viruses frequently mutate. So just as your annual flu shot doesn't always give you immunity against the flu strain that goes around, existing bird flu vaccines may not protect chickens against future bird flu strains. The most common way bird flu spreads from chicken to chicken is through direct contact with droppings from infected birds and droppings on the contaminated equipment and shoes. It is therefore more likely to occur in industrialized operations where thousands of chickens are irresponsibly crowded into unsanitary environments than in a small flock enjoying the benefits of sunshine and fresh air, also called avian affluenza.